Chapter 4 Road Skip. After flowing down a city street, Mark, Benny, and the gang were heading towards the Van Wyck Expressway. Stuart, mind if I sit in front? Okay, here we go! Yeah, woohoo, wow! They jumped from vehicle to vehicle, from an SBS bus to a hot pursuit. Bramble, rumble, rumble. Mark, this is starting to get slow. You might want to hold on. A sports car cruised slowly by the bus. The hold on portion began once the car stopped and sped off after Mark hooked onto it. Wow! Here we go! Chapter 5 Danger from Above. A lot of vehicle hopping later, Benny and the gang finally had reached Central Park. They arrived at a big tree by the RC Boat Lake that had a lot of acorns. Benny and the gang ate whatever was edible in the area. The tree was the next invasion spot for a duo of hawks named Lark and Jean, who enjoyed messing with animals throughout foraging season. Dude, look! A squirrel with a hook. He has tree dwellers. Hey, Lark, let's snatch that squirrel from those tree dwellers that came with him. Yeah, let's do this. Then the two hawks jumped off the tree branch and dive-bombed right towards Mark. Mark heard Benny yell in danger, but he looked, yet it was too late. Mark, look out! Look out! Wait, what? Got him! Wow! Benny, folks, help! My friends, look to the skies. Mark! The others were eating until they heard a call for help. Benny told them to look to the skies, and they were shocked. Mark was bird-napped. They became worried, but Benny had a plan. However, a greyhound had seen the hawks with Squirrel along with the yelling for help. What are we gonna do, Benny? Okay, here's the plan. Skippy, you fly after the hawks while we try to... Excuse me. Hi, I'm Benny. Who are you? I'm Brendan. I heard some squirrel was caught by a hawk. Was he your friend? Yes. Could you help with our plan? Sure, just hop on my back. That's when the plan got sort of interrupted. A greyhound named Brandon had heard and saw what happened. He decided to help after Benny accepted him. They boarded Brandon via his head and a rock to help with boarding. The plan was now in action. Watch your step. Doing so. Now please hold on to any handle. Here we go. Whoa! Skippy took off and Brandon shuttled behind her, leaving Benny, Liam, and Stuart on a wild ride through Central Park. Chapter 6 Hook, Dog, and Real Trouble. The chase for Mark started as Brandon and Skippy followed the hawks up a couple of paths to the south gatehouse where Mark was about to be dropped into the JKO reservoir. You see that old JKO, Gene? That's where we drop at the squirrel and the hook thing. Yeah, okay then. The hawks finally made it to the south gatehouse and landed on the side of the roof that was facing the water. They let go of Mark, but put the suction reel at the top of the incline roof, and they both stood side by side, thus making it challenging for Mark to climb without being bumped into the reservoir. This gave Benny an idea, and involved Skippy carrying a 3-pound object and dropping it on one of the hawk's heads. Okay, Skippy, try to carry something 3 pounds and drop it on one of those hawks. Okay. Skippy then picked up an empty soda bottle and flew high above the hawks. She dropped it on Gene's head. Mark noticed Skippy after hearing a voice insulting one of the hawks. He was about to be saved. Then Skippy hooted out another insult, which made the hawks distracted from dropping Mark. Now to bump you into the conch. Right in the bird brain, Skippy. Who did that? Try and stop me, Hawkeyes. Mess with the hawks, you get the claws. They chased Skippy over another path until suddenly a big drone got in their way. They were so focused on Skippy that they forgot about the drone, and fluff! The drones shredded off the hawk's feathers like a weed whacker. Trump. Chop, shred, wag. That's a feather bender. Ha ha ha. Chapter 7, A Wildish Ending. Stuart, Liam, and Brendan were so happy since Benny and Skippy defeated the hawks. All of them were surprised when Mark swung in. Thanks, Skippy and Benny. Mammals, here I am home. Mark! They said goodbye to Brandon, who had a GPS on his collar to return to his owner easily. But for Benny and the gang, Mark, how are we gonna get home without a flying box? A few moments later, after gathering new sources. After a while of road hopping, they managed to catch a Port Jefferson-bound train using the main line to New Hyde Park Station, where they hooked to a semi-truck going down the street where Stuart Manor Station is. Finally, Mark made the flying box Mark II head back to the tree's entry hole. The gang went in for a victory lunch, and they enjoyed being together. The end.